Tonight, we explore the voices from the Titanic, the final conversations before the ship sank. Let these stories from the past carry you gently into peaceful sleep as the morning sun gently kissed the horizon on April 10, 1912. The majestic RMS Titanic stood proudly at the dock in Southampton, England. Her towering presence was a marvel of modern engineering, a floating palace promising luxury and comfort. The ship's gleaming hull shimmered under the soft light, whispering tales of adventure and dreams yet to unfold. The Titanic was not merely a vessel, she was a symbol of human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of progress. Passengers, bundled in their finest attire, gathered at the quay, their hearts brimming with anticipation. The air was filled with the soft murmur of excitement as families and friends exchanged farewells, their voices mingling with the distant cries of seagulls. Among the crowd were people from all walks of life, each carrying their own hopes and dreams aboard this grand ship. From the wealthy elite to humble emigrants seeking a new beginning, the Titanic promised a journey unlike any other. As the clock inched closer to departure, the atmosphere was serene, almost dreamlike. The gentle lapping of the water against the ship's hull provided a soothing rhythm, a lullaby of the sea. The Titanic's mighty engines purred to life, a deep, resonant hum that vibrated through the air, signaling the beginning of her maiden voyage. Slowly, gracefully, she began to glide away from the dock, her path traced by the soft wake she left behind. On board, the passengers settled into their new surroundings, each discovering the ship's grandeur in their own way. The first-class accommodations were lavishly appointed, with rich wood paneling and sumptuous furnishings that spoke to the opulence of a bygone era. In the grand dining saloon, delicate chandeliers cast a warm, inviting glow over the tables, where fine china and crystal awaited the evening's feast. Among the first-class passengers was John Jacob Astor IV, an American millionaire whose presence added to the ship's allure. He strolled the deck with his young wife, Madeline, their eyes reflecting the endless possibilities of the journey ahead. Nearby, Isidore and Ida Strauss, co-owners of Macy's department store, shared a quiet moment, their hands intertwined as they watched the receding shoreline. In second class, the atmosphere was equally congenial, if not as lavish. Families gathered in cozy cabins, their laughter mingling with the gentle hum of the ship. Among them was Lawrence Beasley, a British schoolteacher who marveled at the ship's size and modern amenities. He found solace in the ship's library, where the soft rustle of pages provided a comforting backdrop to the voyage. Below decks, in third class, the spirit of adventure was palpable. For many, the Titanic was a gateway to a new life in America, a land of opportunity and promise. The steerage accommodations were simple, yet the camaraderie among passengers was heartening. The sound of lively conversation and occasional bursts of song filled the air, as new friendships were forged in the shared journey. As the Titanic sailed into the open sea, the gentle rocking of the ship lulled passengers into a state of tranquility. The vast expanse of the North Atlantic stretched out before them, a seemingly endless canvas of deep blue. The ship's steady progress was a testament to the skill of her builders and crew, a promise of safe passage across the ocean's depths. The Titanic's departure was more than a beginning. It was a moment suspended in time, a serene interlude before the unfolding of history. Each passenger, in their own way, was part of a larger story, one that would echo through the annals of maritime history. The ship's grandeur, the anticipation of her passengers, and the serene atmosphere of her departure all combined to create a tableau of tranquility. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the sea, the Titanic continued her journey, a beacon of hope and innovation. Her story was just beginning, a tale of human endeavor and the dreams of those who sailed upon her. With each passing mile, the Titanic carried with her the promise of discovery, a voyage into the unknown, where the gentle embrace of the sea awaited. And so, as the night enveloped the ship in its quiet embrace, the Titanic sailed on, her path illuminated by the soft glow of the stars. This tranquil voyage, etched into the fabric of history, would become a testament to the spirit of an era, a gentle reminder of the dreams that once set sail upon the ocean's vast expanse. The Titanic, a marvel of its time. In the early 20th century, the RMS Titanic stood as a remarkable symbol of human ingenuity and ambition. She was not merely a ship, but a floating testament to the technological prowess and optimistic spirit of an era that believed anything was possible. The Titanic was designed to be the largest and most luxurious ocean liner of her time, a marvel of engineering that captured the imagination of the world. Constructed at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, the Titanic was a masterpiece of modern engineering. Her design incorporated the latest advancements in naval architecture and technology. The ship boasted a double-bottomed hull and 16 watertight compartments, which were intended to make her unsinkable. This design innovation was a significant selling point, reflecting the era's confidence in technological progress. At 882 feet long and 175 feet tall, the Titanic was a behemoth, dwarfing other ships of her time. Her 4 towering smokestacks, though only 3 were functional, were iconic, representing the sheer power and grandeur of this ocean-going giant. Inside, the Titanic was the epitome of luxury and sophistication. Her interiors were adorned with opulent furnishings, grand staircases, and exquisite dining rooms, rivaling the finest hotels of the time. The ship offered amenities that were unrivaled in maritime history, including a swimming pool, squash court, and even a Turkish bath. Passengers in first class enjoyed lavish accommodations with every conceivable comfort, while the second and third class facilities were designed to be the best of their kind, ensuring that all aboard experienced a journey of elegance and comfort. The Titanic's maiden voyage was highly anticipated, capturing the attention of the public and the media alike. In an age where transatlantic travel was becoming increasingly popular, the Titanic represented the pinnacle of luxury and speed. Newspapers around the world followed her journey with great interest, chronicling the ship's progress and the distinguished passengers she carried. The Titanic was more than just a ship. She was a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of an era that celebrated progress and prosperity. The ship's place in maritime history is not solely defined by her tragic fate, but also by her role in shaping the future of ocean travel. The Titanic set new standards for safety and luxury, influencing the design of subsequent ocean liners. Her legacy prompted significant changes in maritime regulations, including the requirement for sufficient lifeboats for all passengers and the establishment of the International Ice Patrol to monitor iceberg dangers. Public perception of the Titanic was shaped by the media coverage of the time, which often portrayed the ship as a triumph of human achievement. The notion of an unsinkable ship captured the public's imagination, and the Titanic became a symbol of the era's belief in the power of technology to conquer nature. However, this perception would be forever altered by the events that unfolded on her maiden voyage. The Titanic's story is one of both triumph and tragedy, reflecting the dual nature of human progress. Her construction and design were feats of engineering brilliance, yet her sinking served as a poignant reminder of the limitations and hubris that can accompany technological advancement. The ship's legacy endures, not only in the lessons learned from her demise, but also in the enduring fascination she holds for people around the world. As the Titanic set sail, she carried with her the hopes and dreams of her passengers and crew. Each person on board had their own story, their own reason for embarking on this grand voyage. From the wealthy elite to the hopeful immigrants seeking a new life in America, the Titanic was a microcosm of society, a vessel of human stories and aspirations. In the quiet of the night, as the Titanic glided through the calm waters of the Atlantic, the dreams of those on board intertwined with the gentle rhythm of the sea. The ship's journey was more than a physical crossing. It was a passage into the unknown, a journey of discovery and possibility. As we turn our attention to the personal narratives of the passengers and crew, we find a tapestry of lives woven together by fate, each story a thread in the rich fabric of the Titanic's legacy. In the early days of April 1912, the Titanic embarked on its maiden voyage, carrying with it a diverse tapestry of lives from all corners of the globe. Among the passengers were individuals from varying walks of life, each with their own unique story and purpose for embarking on this journey. As the ship gracefully cut through the waters, the voices of its passengers wove a rich narrative of dreams, hopes, and everyday experiences. In the opulent first-class quarters, passengers like Benjamin Guggenheim enjoyed the luxuries that the Titanic had to offer. A wealthy businessman, Guggenheim was traveling with his mistress, Leontine Hobart, and his valet, Victor Giglio. For them, the voyage was a blend of leisure and business. Guggenheim, known for his love of fine things, spent his days socializing with fellow affluent travelers, discussing investments, and savoring the exquisite meals prepared by the ship's talented chefs. Meanwhile, in second class, a different rhythm of life unfolded. Here, travelers like Lawrence Beasley, a schoolteacher from England, found solace in the library, where he could immerse himself in books and engage in intellectual conversations with fellow passengers. Beasley, like many others in second class, was drawn to the Titanic by its promise of comfort and its reputation as a marvel of modern engineering. Further below, in third class, the atmosphere was one of camaraderie and shared aspirations. Many passengers were immigrants, seeking a new life in America. Among them were the Sage family, who hailed from England. With 7 children in tow, they were filled with excitement and hope for the opportunities that awaited them across the ocean. Despite the more modest accommodations, the third-class passengers found joy in their shared experiences, often gathering for lively music sessions and storytelling. Throughout the ship, the daily life of passengers was marked by a mix of leisure and routine. In the mornings, the more health-conscious passengers could be found taking brisk walks along the promenade deck, breathing in the crisp sea air. Others indulged in games of shuffleboard or tennis, while some preferred the quietude of the reading and writing rooms. The ship's amenities, including a swimming pool and a gymnasium, offered a variety of activities to keep everyone entertained. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the ship's dining rooms came alive with the clinking of cutlery and the murmur of conversation. In first class, diners were treated to sumptuous meals, complete with multiple courses and fine wines. The culinary experience was a highlight for many, as they donned their finest attire and mingled with fellow travelers. In second and third class, the meals were simpler, but no less appreciated, as passengers shared stories and laughter over hearty dishes. Throughout the journey, passengers formed bonds that transcended social classes and backgrounds. Friendships blossomed as people connected over shared interests and experiences. Edith Russell, a fashion designer traveling with her beloved musical toy pig, often entertained children with her stories and charm. Her presence brought joy to those around her, creating lasting memories for many. As the Titanic sailed onward, the passengers remained blissfully unaware of the fate that lay ahead. For now, they reveled in the sense of adventure and the promise of new beginnings. Each day brought new interactions and experiences, weaving a rich tapestry of life aboard the ship. As the gentle hum of the ship's engines lulled passengers to sleep, the stories of their lives continued to unfold, carried by the whispers of the sea. The Titanic was not just a vessel, it was a microcosm of humanity, a floating world where dreams and destinies converged. And so, as the night deepened and the stars sparkled overhead, the voices of the passengers became a soothing lullaby, a reminder of the diverse lives that filled the ship with vibrancy and warmth. As the focus gently shifts to the dedicated crew members, who tirelessly work to ensure the smooth running of the Titanic, one can only imagine the stories they, too, carried with them across the vast ocean. Duty and dedication, the crew's perspective. As the majestic Titanic embarked on its maiden voyage, a sense of anticipation and duty filled the air, especially among the dedicated crew. These men and women, each with their unique roles, were the backbone of the ship's operations, ensuring that every passenger experienced the luxury and safety promised by the White Star Line. The crew's unwavering commitment to duty was evident in their daily routines and interactions with passengers, painting a vivid picture of life aboard this iconic vessel. The Titanic's crew was a diverse group, with members hailing from various parts of the world. Among them were the deck crew, responsible for the ship's navigation and safety. Led by Captain Edward Smith, these skilled seafarers worked tirelessly, maintaining the ship's course and ensuring that the lifeboats were ready for any eventuality. Their duties required constant vigilance, especially in the unpredictable waters of the Atlantic. Below deck, the engineering crew labored in the ship's bowels, tending to the massive engines that powered the Titanic. These men, often unseen by passengers, worked in shifts around the clock, shoveling coal into the furnaces to keep the ship moving at its impressive speed. The heat and noise in the engine rooms were relentless, but the engineers' dedication never wavered, as they understood the importance of their role in the ship's journey. The stewards and stewardesses, meanwhile, were the face of hospitality on the Titanic. They catered to the needs of passengers, ensuring that every request was met with a warm smile and prompt service. From serving elegant meals in the dining saloons to tidying cabins, their work was crucial in maintaining the luxurious atmosphere that the Titanic was famous for. The interactions between the crew and passengers often led to friendships, as the crew's genuine care and professionalism left a lasting impression. Among the challenges faced by the crew was the sheer size of the Titanic. With over 2,200 people on board, coordinating the logistics of meals, accommodations, and activities was no small feat. Yet, the crew managed these tasks with remarkable efficiency, showcasing their training and dedication. The ship's vastness required clear communication and teamwork, qualities that the crew displayed in abundance. The crew also had the vital task of ensuring the safety of everyone on board. Regular lifeboat drills were conducted to prepare both crew and passengers for emergencies. These exercises, though routine, underscored the crew's commitment to safety and their readiness to act swiftly if needed. The Titanic's limited number of lifeboats, a decision made to preserve the ship's aesthetic, was a challenge that weighed heavily on the crew's minds. Yet they remained steadfast in their resolve to protect all aboard. In the evenings, as the ship sailed smoothly through the ocean, the crew would often find brief moments of respite. Gathered in their quarters, they shared stories of past voyages and dreams of future adventures. These moments of camaraderie were cherished, providing a sense of community and belonging amidst their demanding duties. The Titanic's crew played an integral role in the ship's operations, their dedication and professionalism, ensuring that the voyage was as smooth as possible. Their interactions with passengers marked by kindness and attentiveness, added to the ship's reputation for luxury and comfort. Despite the challenges they faced, from the ship's enormous scale to the ever-present need for vigilance, the crew remained committed to their responsibilities, embodying the spirit of duty and dedication. As the voyage continued, the crew's efforts were complemented by another group on board, the musicians. These talented individuals provided entertainment and solace, their melodies weaving through the ship's corridors and saloons. Their role, though different from that of the crew, was equally important in creating an atmosphere of elegance and leisure. The harmonious blend of duty and delight aboard the Titanic was a testament to the diverse talents and unwavering dedication of all who served on this legendary ship. As the Titanic gently glided across the North Atlantic, the melodies that filled her corridors and grand spaces played a crucial role in shaping the experience of those aboard. Music, a universal language, transcended the boundaries of class and culture, weaving a tapestry of sound that connected passengers in shared moments of joy, reflection, and solace. At the heart of this musical voyage was the ship's band, a group of talented musicians whose performances left an indelible mark on the history of maritime travel. The Titanic's band, led by the esteemed Wallace Hartley, comprised 8 musicians who were all highly skilled and versatile. Their repertoire was vast, encompassing the popular tunes of the day, classical pieces, and lively ragtime numbers that kept spirits high. These musicians were not merely performers, they were integral to the ship's ambiance, their music providing a backdrop to the daily lives of those on board. Whether in the opulent first-class lounges or the more modest second-class areas, the band's presence was a constant reminder of the ship's dedication to luxury and comfort. Music aboard the Titanic was more than just entertainment. It was a balm for the soul. As the vast ocean stretched endlessly in every direction, the familiar strains of a waltz or a beloved ballad offered passengers a sense of continuity and connection to the world they had left behind. The band's performances were eagerly anticipated events, drawing passengers together in shared appreciation. In these moments, the boundaries of class seemed to blur, if only temporarily, as the universal beauty of music united all who listened. One of the most notable musical moments aboard the Titanic was the Sunday evening concert held in the first-class dining saloon. This event, a highlight of the voyage, showcased the band's versatility and skill. Passengers gathered in their finest attire, the air filled with anticipation and excitement. As the musicians played, the room was transformed into a space of elegance and grace, the music lifting spirits and creating an atmosphere of camaraderie and celebration. The strains of Alexander's ragtime band and other popular tunes echoed through the saloon, the lively rhythms inviting passengers to tap their feet and sway along. The emotional resonance of the music was particularly poignant during quieter moments, when the band played softer, more introspective pieces. These performances offered passengers a chance to reflect and find peace amidst the grandeur of their surroundings. The gentle melodies of a violin or the soothing chords of a piano provided a comforting presence, a reminder of the beauty and artistry that existed even in the vastness of the ocean. As the Titanic sailed on, the role of music became increasingly significant, especially during the ship's final hours. The band's decision to continue playing as the ship met its tragic fate is a testament to the power of music to offer solace and courage in the face of adversity. Their final performance, believed to include the hymn Nearer, My God, to Thee, has become an enduring symbol of grace and dignity. In those harrowing moments, the music served as a beacon of hope, a reminder of the enduring human spirit. The impact of the Titanic's band and their performances extended beyond the confines of the ship. Their story has become part of the larger narrative of the Titanic, a testament to the power of music to transcend time and circumstance. The melodies they played continue to resonate, a poignant reminder of the beauty and fragility of life. As we reflect on the significance of music aboard the Titanic, we are reminded of its ability to bring people together, to offer comfort and joy, and to create lasting memories. The band's performances were not just a part of the ship's entertainment, they were a vital thread in the tapestry of the Titanic's story, a story that continues to captivate and inspire. As the gentle strains of the band's music fade into the distance, we turn our attention to the dynamics of parent-child relationships on the Titanic, exploring the bonds that were forged and tested amidst the grandeur and tragedy of that fateful voyage. On the vast open sea, the Titanic sailed with a grandeur that captured the imagination of all who boarded her. Among the passengers were families, each with their own stories, hopes, and dreams. The voyage promised not just a journey across the Atlantic, but a shared experience that would strengthen the bonds between parents and children. The Titanic, with her opulent decor and state-of-the-art amenities, was a marvel of engineering, symbolizing progress and possibility. Yet, within her luxurious walls, the timeless dynamics of family life played out in familiar ways. Parents watched over their children with a blend of pride and vigilance, ensuring that their needs were met and their spirits were lifted during the long days at sea. One family, the Goodwins, traveled in third class, seeking a new life in America. Frederick and Augusta Goodwin, along with their 6 children, were filled with anticipation for the future. Despite the modest accommodations, the family found joy in the simple moments, sharing meals, exploring the ship's decks, and dreaming of the opportunities that awaited them. Frederick, a devoted father, often took his children on little adventures around the ship, pointing out the wonders of their floating city. In contrast, the affluent Allison family traveled in first class, enjoying the Titanic's finest luxuries. Hudson and Bess Allison, along with their 2 children, Lorraine and Trevor, were embarking on a journey that was both a family vacation and a chance to introduce their young ones to the world beyond their Canadian home. The Allisons' days were filled with leisurely strolls on the promenade and elegant dinners, where Lorraine charmed fellow passengers with her youthful exuberance. The Titanic, with her diverse array of passengers, was a microcosm of society itself, where families from different backgrounds shared the same space, each navigating their own unique journey. Parents, regardless of their social standing, were united by a common thread, the desire to protect and nurture their children, ensuring their safety and happiness. As the ship sailed through the calm waters, an undercurrent of parental concern persisted. The Titanic, though hailed as unsinkable, was a vessel at the mercy of the ocean's unpredictable nature. Parents remained vigilant, their instincts finely tuned to the well-being of their children. They watched over them as they played, ensuring they were never too far from reach, always ready to step in should the need arise. The night of April 14, 1912, brought with it a chilling reminder of the ocean's power. As the Titanic struck the iceberg, the bonds between parents and children were tested in unimaginable ways. In the ensuing chaos, families were faced with heart-wrenching decisions that would alter their lives forever. Mothers and fathers, driven by an instinctual need to protect their young, were forced to make sacrifices that spoke to the depth of their love. In the lifeboats, parents clung to their children, offering comfort and reassurance amidst the panic. Hart, a young girl traveling with her parents, recalled her mother's unwavering calm, as they were lowered into the lifeboat. Her mother's soothing words and gentle embrace provided a sense of security in the face of uncertainty. For some families, the disaster brought an unthinkable separation. The Goodwins, unable to secure a place on the lifeboats, remained together until the end, their bond unbroken even in the face of tragedy. The Allisons faced a similarly heartbreaking fate, with Hudson and Bess choosing to stay with their children rather than abandon them to the unknown. The impact of the Titanic's sinking on family dynamics was profound. Survivors carried with them the memories of those they lost, their lives forever changed by the events of that fateful night. Yet, amidst the sorrow, stories of love and sacrifice endured, serving as a testament to the strength of the parent-child bond. As the Titanic's tale unfolded, it became clear that the instincts and actions taken by parents in those final hours were driven by an unwavering love. This love, transcending the boundaries of time and circumstance, remains a poignant reminder of the enduring connection between parents and children. As we turn the page to explore the instincts and actions taken for survival, we are reminded of the resilience and courage that define the human spirit. In the stillness of the North Atlantic night, the air was crisp and the stars shone brightly overhead, casting a serene glow upon the vast ocean. Yet beneath this tranquil facade, a monumental drama of human endurance and resilience was unfolding. The Titanic, a marvel of early 20th century engineering, was in its final throes. As the ship's bow dipped ever deeper into the icy waters, the instincts of survival were awakened in those aboard. In these final moments, the reactions and decisions made by passengers and crew were as varied as the individuals themselves. Some were gripped by fear, their minds racing to comprehend the gravity of the situation. Others, however, found within themselves a remarkable calm, their thoughts turning to the safety of others before their own. The ship's band, for instance, continued to play soothing melodies, a final act of comfort in the face of impending doom. Their music, gentle and unwavering, was a testament to their courage and dedication. Many stories of heroism and sacrifice emerged from the chaos. The ship's captain, Edward Smith, stood resolute on the bridge, embodying the maritime tradition of leadership and responsibility. His choice to stay with the vessel until the very end was a poignant reminder of his commitment to his duty. Similarly, the bravery of the ship's officers and crew, who worked tirelessly to launch lifeboats and assist passengers, was a beacon of hope amidst the despair. The factors influencing one's chance of survival were numerous and often beyond personal control. The class system aboard the ship played a significant role, with those in first-class cabins having more immediate access to lifeboats. Yet, even in this structured environment, acts of selflessness transcended social boundaries. Passengers like Isidore and Ida Strauss chose to remain together, exemplifying the profound bonds of love and loyalty, even in the face of certain peril. The lifeboats themselves, though inadequate in number, became vessels of salvation for many. In the scramble to fill them, decisions had to be made quickly and often under immense pressure. Women and children were prioritized, a reflection of the chivalric code of the time. However, this did not deter some men from stepping aside, allowing others a chance at life. Their actions spoke volumes of their character, a quiet nobility that did not go unnoticed. As the minutes ticked by, the ship's fate became increasingly apparent. The Titanic's stern rose high into the night sky, a final, defiant gesture before succumbing to the depths below. Those remaining on board faced the stark reality of the freezing waters, their survival dependent on a combination of fortitude, luck, and the will to endure. The icy sea was unforgiving, yet amidst its harsh embrace, stories of remarkable endurance emerged. Individuals clung to debris, buoyed by the hope of rescue, and the instinctual drive to survive. In the aftermath, as the Carpathia arrived to rescue the lifeboat passengers, the enormity of the disaster began to settle in. It was a night that would be etched into the annals of history, a testament to the human spirit's capacity for both courage and compassion. The survivors, though forever changed by their experiences, carried with them the stories of those lost, ensuring their legacies would not be forgotten. Reflecting on the emotional experiences during the disaster, one cannot help but be moved by the myriad ways in which people responded to the crisis. Whether through acts of bravery, sacrifice, or simply the will to survive, the final moments of the Titanic were a profound exploration of human nature. As we drift into slumber, let us carry with us the stories of those who faced the unthinkable, their courage a gentle reminder of the enduring power of hope and humanity. As the grand ship met her tragic fate in the icy waters of the North Atlantic, a mosaic of emotions painted the night sky, each shade reflecting the hearts of those aboard. Fear, hope, and despair intertwined, creating a tapestry of human experience that would echo through history. In those final hours, fear was a palpable force, a cold companion to the icy waters that lapped hungrily at the ship's hull. Passengers, from the most opulent first-class suites to the modest third-class cabins, felt its icy grip. The ship's orchestra played on, their melodies a brave attempt to soothe the rising panic. Yet, as lifeboats were lowered, fear whispered in every ear, questioning the future, the unknown depths below, and the loved ones who might not survive the night. Amidst the chaos, hope flickered like a fragile candle in a storm. For some, it was the belief that rescue ships would soon arrive, guided by the distress rockets that pierced the night sky. Others found solace in the thought that their loved ones might find safety, even if they themselves could not. The ship's wireless operators, tirelessly sending out calls for help, were beacons of this hope, their messages a lifeline cast into the dark sea. Despair, too, made its presence known, a shadow that crept into the hearts of many. For those who realized the gravity of their situation, the weight of impending loss was overwhelming. The ship, once a symbol of human ingenuity and luxury, was now a sinking reminder of mortality. It was a moment that stripped away the veneer of social class, leaving only the raw, shared humanity of those facing the end. As the ship's stern rose higher, personal reflections became a refuge for many. Some recalled cherished memories, the faces of loved ones, and moments of joy that had peppered their lives. Others pondered regrets, opportunities lost, and words left unsaid. The night was filled with whispered prayers and silent farewells, each passenger's thoughts a private testament to the life they had lived. For the survivors, the psychological impact of that fateful night would linger long after the sun rose on the horizon. The sea, once a source of wonder and adventure, became a haunting reminder of loss. Survivors often found themselves reliving the tragedy in dreams, the cries of those left behind echoing in their minds. Yet, amidst the trauma, there was a resilience, a determination to honor those who had perished by living fully in the days to come. Historical accounts tell us that the Titanic was more than just a ship. It was a microcosm of society, carrying passengers from all walks of life. The disaster highlighted the stark realities of class distinctions, as access to lifeboats was often determined by social standing. However, it also showcased acts of incredible bravery and selflessness, as some passengers and crew chose to sacrifice their own chances of survival for others. The loss of the Titanic was not just a maritime disaster, but a cultural turning point. It prompted changes in maritime regulations, leading to improvements in safety protocols and lifeboat requirements. The tragedy served as a somber reminder of the limits of human ambition and the power of nature, themes that would resonate through the 20th century and beyond. As we drift into slumber, the story of that night lingers, a poignant reflection on the fragility of life and the enduring strength of the human spirit. The Titanic, in her final moments, offered a profound lesson in humility and compassion, one that continues to inspire and remind us of our shared humanity. In the broader cultural context, the sinking of the Titanic became a symbol of the end of an era, a poignant reminder of the unforeseen consequences of technological progress and human hubris. As the ship rests on the ocean floor, it serves as a silent witness to the hopes and dreams of those who sailed upon her, a testament to the enduring legacy of a night that changed the course of history, the Titanic in cultural memory. As the moon casts its gentle glow upon the ocean's surface, we drift back to a time when the Titanic embarked on its fateful maiden voyage across the North Atlantic. The ship, a marvel of early 20th century engineering, was not just a vessel but a symbol of human ambition and technological progress. Yet, on that cold April night in 1912, the Titanic met an untimely end, its story echoing through time and leaving an indelible mark on cultural memory. The Titanic's legacy is intertwined with its portrayal in popular culture and media, where it has become an emblem of both human triumph and tragedy. Films, books, and documentaries have explored the ship's journey, each retelling weaving new layers into its narrative. The 1997 film Titanic, directed by James Cameron, brought the story to a global audience, capturing the romance and drama of the ill-fated voyage. Through such portrayals, the Titanic has become more than a historical event. It is a poignant tale of love, loss, and the unpredictability of fate. Beyond the realm of entertainment, the Titanic disaster prompted significant changes in maritime practices, ensuring safer seas for future generations. The tragedy underscored the need for stricter safety regulations, leading to the establishment of the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, in 1914. This convention mandated lifeboat drills, improved ship design, and the continuous operation of wireless communications on passenger ships. These measures, born from the lessons of the Titanic, have since become standard practice, safeguarding countless lives. The ship's story continues to captivate because it reflects the complexities of human nature and the era in which it sailed. The Titanic was a microcosm of society, with passengers from diverse backgrounds and social classes, each with their own dreams and aspirations. The narratives of those who sailed on the Titanic, ranging from the wealthiest elites to humble emigrants seeking a new life, paint a vivid picture of the early 20th century. Their stories, preserved in letters, diaries, and testimonies, offer a window into a world both distant and familiar. The enduring fascination with the Titanic also stems from the mysteries that surround its sinking. Despite extensive research and exploration, questions remain about the exact sequence of events that led to the disaster. The discovery of the wreck in 1985 by oceanographer Robert Ballard reignited interest, revealing the Titanic's final resting place and sparking a wave of exploration and study. These ongoing efforts to uncover the ship's secrets keep the story alive, inviting each new generation to ponder the mysteries of the deep. In the quiet moments of reflection, the Titanic serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit. The stories of heroism and sacrifice that emerged from the disaster highlight the capacity for courage and compassion, even in the face of overwhelming odds. These tales of bravery and selflessness continue to inspire, offering lessons in humanity that transcend time. As we close our eyes and let the gentle rhythm of the sea lull us to sleep, we are reminded of the Titanic's legacy, a legacy not just of a ship, but of the enduring human quest for understanding and meaning. The Titanic's story, woven into the fabric of cultural memory, serves as a beacon of reflection, inviting us to consider the lessons of the past as we navigate the waters of the future. In this peaceful contemplation, we find solace in the knowledge that even in the darkest depths, stories of hope and resilience can emerge, lighting the way for those who follow. A calm sea of reflection. As the gentle waves of the North Atlantic Ocean whisper their eternal lullaby, we find ourselves drawn into a serene moment of reflection. The story of the Titanic, though rooted in tragedy, offers a legacy that continues to resonate through the corridors of time. A ship once hailed as unsinkable, the Titanic embarked on her maiden voyage in April 1912, carrying dreams, hopes, and aspirations across the vast ocean. Yet, beneath the surface of this grand vessel, lay a tale that would forever change maritime history. In the quiet hours of that fateful night, over 1,500 souls were lost to the icy depths. Among them were passengers from all walks of life, each with their own story, dreams, and loved ones. The tragedy not only marked the end of their journeys, but also etched their memories into the collective consciousness of the world. Their stories, though marked by sorrow, serve as poignant reminders of the human spirit's resilience and the fragility of life. The Titanic's legacy extends beyond the tragedy itself. It prompted significant changes in maritime safety regulations, ensuring that such a calamity would not be repeated. The International Ice Patrol was established, tasked with monitoring iceberg dangers and safeguarding future voyages. Lifeboat requirements were revised, ensuring that all passengers on board would have a chance of survival in an emergency. These lessons learned from the past have paved the way for a safer future, where the sea is respected and navigated with greater awareness and care. As we remember those who perished, we also honor the courage and fortitude of the survivors. Their accounts of bravery and selflessness continue to inspire, reminding us of the strength found in unity and compassion. The Titanic's legacy is not solely one of loss, but also of the enduring human capacity to learn, adapt, and overcome. Today, the Titanic rests peacefully on the ocean floor, a silent guardian of the stories she holds. The site has become a place of remembrance, where explorers and historians pay their respects to the past. Efforts to preserve the wreck and its artifacts have been undertaken with great care, ensuring that future generations can connect with this chapter of history. This preservation is a testament to our commitment to honor those who came before us and to learn from their experiences. In remembering the Titanic, we find tranquility in the act of honoring the past. The ocean, with its vastness and mystery, becomes a backdrop for reflection and contemplation. It is a place where the echoes of history merge with the present, creating a space for healing and understanding. The gentle rhythm of the waves carries with it a message of peace, inviting us to pause and reflect on the lessons learned. As we drift into a restful slumber, let us carry with us the hope that arises from remembrance. The Titanic's legacy, though born from tragedy, is one of progress and resilience. It reminds us of the importance of cherishing each moment, of embracing the lessons of history, and of striving for a future where compassion and understanding guide our actions. With these thoughts, we find solace in the knowledge that the past, though distant, continues to shape our present and future. As the sea cradles the memories of the Titanic, we too are gently carried into a night of peaceful dreams, enveloped in the comforting embrace of reflection and hope. And with these glimpses into the past, we close tonight's reading. May these stories bring you peace and rest as you drift into sleep.